Hey y'all, thanks for stopping in. So the Aaron Rodgers, Jimmy Kimmel saga just keeps on going. And here we have the latest from Daily Mail. Aaron Rodgers denies suggesting Jimmy Kimmel was on the Jeffrey Epstein list in rambling 10-minute monologue as he insists he isn't stupid enough to accuse the TV host of being a file, but refuses to apologize. Interesting. Now, I saw this interview, and ESPN claims everything, and so I try to avoid that type of stuff. And so we're just going to read through some of the quotes here, and I got 3 articles, so stick with me. I think they're all 3 relevant and tied together, and give me a chance and watch this one to the end, will you? Without offering an apology, Aaron Rodgers responded to uproar over his recent Jimmy Kimmel comments by defying that he ever suggested the comedian's name would be discovered on the Epstein papers. I totally understand how serious an allegation of philia would be, so for him to be upset about that, I get it, Rodgers told Pat McAfee on Tuesday's episode of the ESPN talk show. I'm not stupid enough to accuse you of that with absolute zero evidence. Concrete evidence, Rodgers continued. That's ridiculous. I'm glad, and I think we can agree on something, is that 1, those crimes are heinous, and 2, I'm glad you're not on the list. A week earlier, Rodgers told McAfee there's a lot of people, including Jimmy Kimmel, who are hoping the list doesn't come out. The Epstein list that Rodgers referred to is a 2015 civil defamation suit brought against Jeffrey Epstein. The disposition was unveiled publicly for the first time this month and contains the names of many alleged Epstein clients who are accused of having intercourse with underage girls. Kimmel was not named in the deposition and has maintained his innocence. I don't give an ish what he says about me, but as long as he understands what I actually said, that I'm not accusing him of being on the list, I'm all for moving forward. Hope you will give some type of energy to the heinous crimes that you gave the other subjects that you spent a lot of time working on. Kimmel initially responded on social media accusing Rodgers of endangering his family, which is a joke, right? He's a joke teller. He's got the writers like Aaron Rodgers said. But Rodgers claimed on Tuesday's McAfee show that his sponsors were attacked and that he received death threats over Kimmel's comments. And that's messed up if it's true, because Rodgers actually felt the effect from his sponsors and received death threats, apparently. Whereas, Kimmel just said this bullcrap. There's no threat. I mean, explain to me how it would be a threat to his family, right? This is the game plan of the media, and this is what they do, Rodgers said. They try to cancel you, and it's not just me. And I get what he's saying, but it's funny. I've seen the comments. They're saying, yeah, it's funny that a guy that gets platform on ESPN Weekly talks about being canceled. That's a valid point, but we get it. But we understand how cancel culture actually works, and he's right there. Rodgers also included several new attacks against Kimmel, who criticized the Super Bowl winner last year over his refusal to get jabbed. He made a lot of comments about unvaccinated people, mentioning that they don't deserve treatment, Rodgers said. If they're at a hospital, they shouldn't be given any hospital bed. He made comments about repurposed drugs that were being used all over the world that have incredible safety profiles that were derogatory. He mentioned the horse pace and pushed that narrative for a long time. He gave a platform to one of the biggest spreaders of misinformation during the COVID times, Dr. Anthony Fauci. So in my opinion, he ripped me about the vax, and that turned out to be a loss. I'm going to skip the rest of that part there just for YouTubes. On Monday, Kimmel responded by launching a blistering attack on the hamster-brained football player while demanding an apology for his comments. Kimmel said, "When I do get something wrong, which happens on rare occasions, you know what I do. I apologize for it, which is what Aaron Rodgers should do. This is what a decent person would do, but I bet he won't. If he does, I'll accept his apology and move on. But my guess is he won't apologize. I hope I'm wrong," said Kimmel. The 56-year-old comedian added, Aaron got 2 A's on his report card. They were both in the word Aaron. Okay, that one's funny, but probably written for him. Can you imagine this hamster-brained man thinks he knows what the government is up to because he's a quarterback doing research on YouTube and listening to podcasts? It was those comments that seemed to have grabbed Rodgers' attention, although he repeatedly insisted that he was unconcerned with Kimmel's barbs. Please hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. Thank you for watching to the end. I really do appreciate it, and I'll see you guys in the next one.